See, already we have taken English grammar classes, and that was common. And specifically, we had taken the tenses. On this very tense aspect, we are showing you a video. In this, you please see what exactly is the problem with you, or what exactly you have the confusion or difficulties. You please write down confusion or difficulties or queries in the comment box. You can send, and at the same time simultaneously you can write down in a notebook. You please let us know later. Thank you.
Hey guys, I hope that you all are doing well. And by the time now you've learned many topics of grammar, and I hope you're having fun learning them. Today we are going to move on to our next topic, that is articles. It's a very important topic, and we'll be moving to that. Okay, so what are our articles? We've been studying about article past many classes, like in previous classes also, class 5, 6, we've studied about articles. So we are going to dig deeper into what articles are today. Okay, so let's read. You must know that the words a and the are called articles. Okay, now we are going to learn about their uses and categorize them. Okay, so let's move on. Now, now, articles, when you look at them, we can classify articles into two categories. What are the categories? Now, definite articles, it could be definite articles, it could be indefinite articles. Okay, so before getting into what definite articles are, what are indefinite articles, we'll just try to understand the meaning of the words. Definite, something that you're sure about, definite, okay? And indefinite, something that you're not sure about. So definite articles, the is called the definite article. It is used when we speak of something in particular. When you are very sure about something and you are talking about something in particular, okay, please return me the pen that I gave you. The pen that I gave you. So I'm talking in particular about one pen that I gave you. Return me that pen. So you cannot return me any. Okay, you have same pen. So whenever I'm pointing out at something particular, we use the article the. Okay, and okay. Now, if I say I need a pen, so a pen means any pen. Give me any pen. Okay. I hope that you are able to understand the difference. A and an are in articles. They do not point out at any point. Again, coming back to it, that example, if I say that I need a pen or give me a pen, so I am not pointing at anything in particular, but if me the pen that I gave you, I'm pointing at the particular pen. So that's all for it. Definite some. Okay. So I hope it's clear. Move on. Now we are going to start with the and first of all. Okay. So some uses of article and we are going to learn. Now, an is used before the words beginning with a vowel sound. Now, very important to understand this point. And what is the essence of this point is that is before the words beginning with a vowel sound. This is very important. You have to keep it in mind that you have to use the and wherever you find the sound of. So wherever you find these sounds, you are going to use the article and. It's not necessary that wherever you find these words A, E, I, O, U, you are going to apply and. No, it's not necessary. Just you have to go by the sound of the vowels. Keep it clear, okay? Now, for example, an extra pen and you see that you are able to hear the sound of that vowel. An ink pot, an ugly bird, an Englishman. So here in all these examples, you hear the sound of the vowels. Okay, that is why we've used the word an. Okay, Let's move on. For example, I want to tell you something. Okay, dash unique watch. If I see you wearing a watch and I talk about that watch, and if I say, oh, what a unique watch or what an unique watch. Now, the people who cram by AEU, they might say that we'll say, what an unique watch. Okay, the people who will cram, but those who know the essence that we are going to talk about sound, they will never say what an unique watch. They will always say what a unique watch. Why? The unique, undoubtedly, it has the word you, but there is no sound of you. It has your sound. Okay, so I hope it makes it clear. Let's move on to our next usage. And moving on, now, where else we can use the article and? Okay, it is used before the words beginning with silent H. You must know that whenever we talk to somebody and you have this, like, say, I have an hour to work, okay, an hour left, if I'm saying. So why do we use it or accompany it with an article? Okay, so an honest boy, okay, an honorable man. Again, the H is silent. It's honorable. We never say honorable. Okay, so it's honorable, an honorable man. Moving on. Before abbreviations, before the if the word begins with a vowel sound, it's very important. Now, if the word is beginning with a vowel sound, let's talk about it. Like if I say an MBA, of course it starts with M. But if you look at the sound or if you hear the sound goes like M, B, A. So this is the hidden sound M, E, M, M. So that's why we say an MBA, an MP, and an NGO. Again, it's the same. Now some people will say that an NGO does not work, it's not right. It works because listen to it carefully, N. It's again E, N, N. So we will say that I am working for an NGO. Correct. Let's move on. Now moving on to our next article, that is we use the article Now is used before the words that begin with a consonant sound. Now we were talking about an. We use an wherever there is a vowel sound. Yes, right. We are going to use a wherever there is consonant sound. Okay. Let's see how. For example, a thirsty crow. There is no sound of the vowel. So you use the article a good friend, a beautiful dam. Okay, so that's all. Let's move on. We'll read about more uses of the article A. Now, article A is used before such vowels which do not have a sound of vowels. Now, you will see that there are some words which will begin from the vowels. Repeat after me. What are the vowels? They are A, E, I, O, U. These are the 5 vowels. Now you will come across the words which start from these vowels, but they do not accompany an with them. Okay, we don't. You will see that we have an university. We never say an university. You know why? Because this has the sound of U. Why U? University. It doesn't have a vowel sound. So that's why we say a university. A useful book. Again, U is a vowel, but we're still not using an with it. Why? Because of the sound. So book. Now, again, we are talking about 1 rupee note. We will never say an 1 rupee note. Why? You will see that it has the sound of wo. That's the sound. So sound has got the game. Okay. So a 1 rupee note. You have to go by the sound. We cannot cram that A, E, I, O, U. Wherever you see, you put an. Or yes, we cannot do it that way. So it's always about the sound. So I hope that you are clear with it. That we are not going by just the words. We are going to listen to the sound and then apply the articles. I hope that it is clear to you. And let's move on. There are some things that you need to note about and both of them. Now, the article and both are used to indicate one, a book, a pen, okay, and orange, you will see that these are always used for singular objects, okay, like one thing, okay. A or an are used before singular nouns, which is used to represent a class of things. It could be something in singular, okay. For example, I could say a pen, or I could say a book, or I could say and orange, okay. So all these are singular, these are one, okay. Or it says one more thing, it can be used to represent a class of things, okay. A dog, now here this dog is representing all the dogs, so again we'll say a dog is a faithful animal, okay. So I hope that this is clear to you, and now we'll be moving further, and more uses of a or an. Now, a or an is used when we speak of profession. Okay. Again, in profession, we are going to use it. He is a doctor. Okay. We are not specifically talking about somebody like in particular the doctor that I met. Okay. You're understanding it. But just talking, we're talking about somebody's profession. Like he's a teacher. Okay. So like that. He is a doctor. My friend is an architect. So you see that we use a or an whenever we are talking about somebody's profession. Okay, let's look at the next use of the same. Now, now we are going to talk about the as the article, and it's very important because the covers lot many things. The can be used for singular as well as plural. When we were talking about a and an as articles, we noticed that we generally use it for singular things or a class of group of people, group of things. Okay, but the could be used for singular as well as plural. Okay, we use the when we speak about a person or a thing in particular. I mentioned it before also when we were talking about definite and indefinite articles. I hope you remember them. So whenever we're talking in particular, okay. Now, you saw a new bag. Like your friend is holding a new bag and you really like it. And then you say, "Oh, I like your bag." And then your friend replies, "This is the bag that you give." So, this is the bag that you give them. Okay, so here you will see article. Why? Because I am being very strict that this is the same bag. So wherever you are laying stress, you're being particular about something, you're going to use this article. I hope that this is clear to you. Now let's move on. Now, talking about, yes, let's talk about the story. Okay, you must know about this story, The Thirsty Crow. We've read it when we were in, we were in our childhood also. We've heard about the story about the thirsty crow. Let's read it first. Then I will try to explain you what I'm trying to say. Okay, a thirsty crow found a picture. Just lay stress on the articles wherever the articles are. Found a picture that contained some water. The thirsty crow picked up several pebbles in his beak and dropped them one by one into the picture. Now, what I'm trying to explain here is that we cannot cram where we are going to use the word a or an, the article a or an, or where we are going to use the article the. Now you see the word here picture remains the same. Picture, same. But we've used before, now we've used the before. What is the logic behind it? So the logic here is when we are using something for the first time, I'm using picture for the first time, I'm just referring it for once. Like in the story, we're talking about picture for the first time. So we'll say a thirsty crow found a picture. Okay. But when I know the picture is introduced already, we are referring to that picture again in the article the. Okay, so let's move on. We use the with the superlatives. This is something that we discussed adjectives also, if you remember. Yes. So example, Sachin is one of the most famous sports person in the world. You see that the is used with the superlative form, that is most famous. So this doesn't need much of the explanation because we have done it before also. So the simple story, long story cut short is that with superlative we are going to use the article the. Okay, we use the before the names of well-known buildings. Yes, well-known buildings and institutions. We are going to use the article the. Now, the Red Fort, the Qutub Minar, the India Gate. Okay, so well-known buildings. We are going to use it. Okay, let's move on. We use the when we speak of what population of a nation. Keep it in mind that we are talking about population as a whole. For example, whole group of people. Keep it in mind. For example, we should help the poor people. Now here we should help the poor. It ends it here. Now here why we have written the poor? Because we are area we're going to use the article the. We use the before the names of example, names of, let's say these are the things where we are always going to use the names of trains, names of ships, newspapers, magazines, rivers, seas, deserts, oceans. She's coming by the Rajdhani Express, the Titanic. The Hindu is the best newspaper. Okay, the Atlantic, the Nile, it's again a river, so we are going to use the article the. For the seas also, the Arabian Sea, the Sahara Desert, the Indian Ocean, religious books, the Bible, directions. She's gone in the east, okay, or towards the east, the west, the north, the south. So for these all, we are going to use the article the. Now these are all the uses of article for a topic because we are not going to put an article. Uses of article is okay, but you should know the areas where we are not read what are nouns because we've discussed it before also. And if you have not seen, go and check out the videos on nouns. And let's move on here. Now, if I am going to say Australia as a proper noun, I will not use any article, say a and the, no article. Did you speak to Rohan? Then Rohan is a proper articles. Okay, is this before and or the friends. Okay, simple. Now, before material and abstract nouns, it's very easy that whenever you're going to use material and abstract nouns, you're never going to use any article. Okay, iron is a useful metal. So you see, iron. Now, iron is a material noun. Okay, so iron, the iron, and iron, no. Okay. Honesty is a virtue. Honesty, again, you see that there is no article. So you're not going to use article with material or abstract nouns. Okay? Now, the next one is before names of games and sports. Rohit loves playing chess. Again, chess is a game you will see, or even if I name a sport, let's say football. Yeah, so we are not going to use any article or an or the, no article. Okay, so before expressions such as all day, all night, by air, by sea, for example, Ruchi will be traveling to Goa by air. Never going to use articles. Okay, I hope that it is clear to you. Let's move on. Before the names of days and months. Okay, we'll be meeting on Saturday. I will never say that we will be meeting on the Saturday. Okay, so it will be the Saturday. January, March, Saturday. Okay, before the names of a country, like say India, Nepal, Australia, you will not say the India. I belong to the, I'll say I belong to India. Okay, let's move. Now that's all for the areas where you're not going to use the article. I hope that you guys are clear about it. And before ending our video, this is a work for you. You'll be just look at these sentences and fill with the appropriate articles, a, and, or the. Now there could be a place where there is no article required. So you have to look after it, comment your answers, and we'll be discussing it in our next video.